Hello scholars, you are listening to Ziaur Rahman here. Hopefully you are fine. Scholars, today's lecture is lecture number 50 part 8. Today we will deliver our knowledge about the structural equation modeling SEM and how this structural equation modeling conducted in PLS software. Scholars, in previous lecture we deliver knowledge about model fitness in PLS and model fitness in MOS. What is the difference between model fitness in PLS and what is the model fitness in MOS software? Scholars, if you have not subscribed to our channel, please subscribe it. Structural equation modeling is simply a multivariate statistical technique. This technique is a combination of factor analysis and multiple regression analysis. Factor analysis means exploratory factor analysis and confirmatory factor analysis. Multiple regression analysis means where you have a more than one variable and there is more than one relationship, or there is more than one relationship existed at the same time. You are testing at the same time more than one relationship through statistical techniques. It is used to analyze the structural relationship between the measured variable and the latent variables. Scholars, you also need to know the difference between the measured variable and the latent variables first. If I am able to show you a questionnaire, this is a questionnaire. First variable is the absorptive capacity. These are the measured variables. These are the items or instrument or items which you show to the respondents and collect the data on Likert scale for statistical analysis. These are the measured items, but the absorptive capacity, you have not collected the data for the absorptive capacity. You have collected the data on the basis of these items, these questions. So absorptive capacity is a latent variable which is not showing in front to the respondents that they are giving data for this variable. They are giving data, respondents are giving data on the basis of these questions. So absorptive capacity is a latent variable for these questions. Similarly, these are other some variables. Communication, you have received the data for the variable communication on the basis of these 5 items. So these 5 items are the measured variables or the items or the instrument, and this instrument help you to analyze the communication as a variable. So this is communication is a latent variable, and these items, this instrument is a measured variables. See the definition again. It is used to analyze the structural relationship between measured variables and the latent variables. Measured variables here means the data of the questions or items which you have showed to these respondents for collection of data, and latent variable means the variable on the basis of which you have drawn some questions or you have used some scales or instrument to collect the data and to statistically analyze that variable on the basis of that items. Then scholars, I am showing you a model. This is a very simple model. You can see here, this is a leadership. See it here in the PPT slides. This is a first variable which is leadership. Then there is a mediator, employee behavior. Then there is a dependent variable from performance. Then there is a moderator which is policies. This is actually a structure. This is a structure. So first you need to see the definition again. First you need to have a multivariate statistical analysis. It means that you must have a more than one variable or a more than one type of relationship. Here you can see that there is a direct relationship, there is a direct relationship, there is a direct relationship, and then there is a mediated relationship between the IV and DV, and then there is a moderated relationship between the IV and DV, and then there is a moderated mediation relationship or impact between the IV and DV. Relationship here means the impact between of one variable on the other variable. Don't think as a correlational study. It is a cause and effect study. Come on the definition, please. Structural equation modeling is a multivariate statistical analysis technique. This technique is a combination of factor analysis and multiple regression analysis. What here mean the factor analysis? The factor analysis are consisted on two parts. One is the exploratory factor analysis and other is the confirmatory factor analysis. Exploratory factor analysis is used when you have developed a new scale. So if you are using the, most of the time the scholars are using the scale developed by the past researcher and already available in the literature. In that case, you need to use only, you need to conduct only the confirmatory factor analysis. What things you need to do in the confirmatory factor analysis? Number first, you need to check the model fitness. This is the model fitness in PLS software. You need to show the values of APC, average path coefficient, average R square, average adjusted R square, then GOF, then SPR, and then VIF. If these values are acceptable as the acceptance level is mentioned in the software, so your model is fit. After showing this model fitness, you also need to show some factor loadings. What are the factor loadings of these items? These are the factor loadings. This is the factor loading for the other variable. This is the factor variable for the third variable, and these are the factor loadings for the fourth variable. You need to show these values, and these values must be above the threshold values which are suggested by the scholars. And then you need to show the path coefficients, latent variable coefficients. Latent variable coefficients means the R square, adjusted R square, composite reliability, Cronbach alpha, average variance extracted, full collinearity VIF. In PLS software, you need to show these values, but in SPSS and MOS or even in process micro haze, you need to show some other values, some other which extracted by some other ways. I am talking here about the how to show the model fitness and how to conduct the structural equation modeling by using the PLS. So when you are using the PLS, you need to show these values to confirm that the factor analysis. First part of the structure analysis of the structural equation modeling is the factor analysis. See as at here. This technique is a combination of factor analysis and a multiple regression analysis. The first part which I show you is the factor analysis part. So in factor analysis, you must show the model fitness, and then you need to show the factor loadings, and then you need to show these are the factor loadings, and then you need to show these are factor loadings, and then you need to show the reliability, validity, and VIF, that there is no multicollinearity exist among the data. All these values combinedly named as factor analysis. And the second part is the multiple regression analysis. Multiple regression analysis means the structure which you have drawn for your variables. This is a independent variable. Firm performance is a dependent variable. Employee behavior is a mediator, and policy is a moderator. This is actually a structure. When you draw a structure, the factor analysis and the structural equation and the structural modeling is depend upon the structure. Please note that if you can change this structure, you can put these policies, this policy and here and this relationship here. This is a different structure. The model fitness, all the values of factor loadings of even the reliability, even the VIF, even the multicollinearity and composite reliability, Cronbach alpha and AVE, all the values must be changed by changing this structure. So it is important, you must know that what is the structure. Here the structure is different, but earlier the structure was different. At this place the statistical values must be different, but at this place the statistical values must be different. So the structure, you must know what is the structure of your study. So based upon this structure, we can see that what are the path coefficients. These are the beta values, and these are the p values. All these hypotheses, that is a direct relationship between the look at here. First variable is the leadership, the impact of leadership on employee behavior. This is a leadership and this is the employee behavior, and this is p value is significant. And leadership impact on firm performance. Look at here, this is a leadership and this is the impact on firm performance, and this its p value is also significant. And there it is a employee behavior and its impact on firm performance. This variable is this hypothesis is also acceptable. Look at here, the hypothesis given here, the employee behavior and the firm performance, this is also accepted. And then there is a moderated impact of the policy, the interaction effect of the policy and the leadership on employee behavior. The interaction impact of policy and leadership on employee behavior, this is its beta value and this is its p value. It is significant at 95% confidence interval, but all the other variables have been accepted at 100% confidence interval. So these are the direct path. There are some indirect paths also. Then what is the impact of leadership on firm performance through mediating role of employee behavior? You can check it at here, direct, indirect and total effects. This is actually the value of indirect effect, and this is the moderated mediation impact. This is the indirect effect due to the role of mediating variable, the impact of leadership on firm performance through the mediating role of employee behavior. That is the relationship is impact given at here. This is the beta value and this is the p value. And on the other hand, what is the moderated impact of the leadership on firm performance through the moderated mediation role of policy and employee behavior? This structure is given at here. This is the interaction effect of policy and leadership and its impact on firm performance. But this, your p value is very high and this hypothesis is rejected here. And at the end of this table, you also see that all the relationships, the total effect of this is the total effect part. These are the total effect of the leadership on different variables, the mediating effect and the moderated effect. This is simple, the moderated effect. This is a moderated effect and this is a moderated mediation impact. The moderation is accepted but moderated mediation is rejected. Similarly, so this is the structural equation modeling. When I can change what happened when I can change the structure of my model? Look at this. Proceed to step 4, define SEM. If I can delete latent variable, if I can delete it and create latent variable, if I can draw the policy at here, policy, save, create moderated link. Look at this. This is scholars. This is a different structure and this is a different model. And by doing this, okay, perform SEM. Okay, look at this. What happened? This is a different structural equation model. When I change the structure, I need to recheck the value of the model fitness first. Is the model is fit? Then I need to proceed further. Look at this. Its p value, earlier its p value was significant at 100%. Now its p value is significant at 95%. Earlier its p value was significant at 100%. Now its p value is significant at 95% confidence interval. So all the values, you can see that here the model fitness values have been changed. Similarly, I am sure that the path, the factor loadings of the factors, these factor loadings must also be, the values of these factor loading must also may be changed, but not sure. But the latent coefficients, the values of latent coefficients must be changed here, and similarly the values of multiple regression analysis are also changed. Look at this. Earlier, the moderated effect of the interaction effect of policy and leadership was significant on the employee behavior, but the interaction effect of policy and employee behavior is insignificant in this structural equation model, which we have changed now. So this is actually the change. You must know the difference between the structure. You must know your structure. What is the structure about? What is the sequence of variable you are putting it for testing? This is, at this stage, the interaction effect of the policy and the leadership was significant as a moderated effect of the policy, but at this stage, when we check the analysis, the interaction effect of policy and employee behavior was not significant. So this is all about due to the different structures of the variables. So I think you scholars enjoy this lecture very much. This is actually this is all about today's lecture. You must know 3 to 4 things. Structural equation modeling is a multivariate structural statistical analysis technique. This technique is combination of factor analysis and multiple regression analysis. It is used to analyze the structural relationship between the measured variable and the latent constructs or variables. So all this definition I have shown you through some practical sessions, and it was very important when we see that by changing the structure, a one relationship was go into a insignificant relationship, but earlier that relationship was significant when we have draw the earlier, when we have put it the policy here, the moderated effect between of the policy and the leadership was found significant, but the moderated effect of the employee behavior and the policy on the firm policy was found insignificant. So this is very important about the measured variable and latent variable, and then to analyze the structural relationship. This is all about today's lecture. The next lecture will be about path analysis in PLS software. What is mean by direct relationship, what is mean by indirect relationship, and what is mean by total effect while hypothesis testing. So please listen this lecture. Thank you very much. If you have not subscribed to our channel, it is requested to please subscribe it. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.